Alright, here it is. The gold medal, model 1027 HD, with the extra hopper extender attachment, which is optional. Look how thick that glass is, that plexiglass is. Same as on top. It's thick, really thick, super thick. But anyway, we're going to take this off because I don't want to put that much ice in it while we're testing. Everything is there. Now if you look down inside there, I'm going to turn it on right now. See it spinning? That's the foot switch I got on. I'm using a foot switch right now. It doesn't come with it, but I wanted to show you can use a foot switch with it. Using this foot switch right here. All you would do here is, you got the on-off button, and right now it's on. If I shut this off, the foot switch will not work. See, nothing's turning. But if I hit this switch, now I hit this, and there she is turning down in there. You see it? You see it spinning. So now, I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to take this attachment off. I'm going to throw some ice in the hopper, and we'll see how it shaves. Okay, now to take this attachment off, there's the hood screws, the top cover screws. All you got to do is loosen them. That's one, that's the other, and on the other side, there's one here, and there's one in the back. And all you would do is just loosen it. This is how easy it is to take this thing off. And then you just lift it up, and it's done, and it's off. That's it. It's completely off in less than 10 seconds. That's how fast it is to turn this on. Now, I'm going to operate this. This doesn't have the, if it had the hood, we'd be able to operate this with that optional piece off. But because that hood they took it off when they installed this piece when they didn't have to, and they lost it. Now it's $69 to buy a new hood. So the only way I'm going to get it to run is to hot wire it inside. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because this has a safety switch right here. The safety switch. And when the hood goes down, there's a magnet in it that goes up against this piece here. And once that magnet when the door is shut, it then turns the safety switch on so you can turn the machine on. Because right now, I'm going to show you right now, the machine is in the on position. There's the foot switch, but it's not turning. And it's not going to turn. It's not going to turn. There's no way it's going to turn in there. The reason being is because the safety switch for the hood is not on. But I'm going to have to bypass it. Give me a second here. We'll bypass it. We'll get it working. Okay. Now here we have the top cover removed by the use of these 4. We removed the 4 screws. One here, and then one here. And then the top comes right off. If you notice the switch right here, you see this electrical setup? That is your safety switch setup mechanism. And the only way this is going to come on is if you bypass this switch. So to do that, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can bypass it right here by taking this off and jumper into 2 wires, which is what I'm going to do. Or you could do it over there as well. But I'm used to doing it right here. There. That's all it is. It just comes right off. You see how that just comes on? Squeeze the button, squeeze the tab, and boom, off it comes. Put that over there for a minute and look down there. You see these two? You see these 2 prongs? Those are the wires you got to jump with a piece of wire. Alright? That's like having the switch go up and then back down. By putting a piece of wire here, it's like doing what it's doing all the way over to here, only you need the piece over here to make this work. And since it's not there, all we're going to do is bypass by jumping here and here with that connector. I'm going to shut this off for right now and go get a piece of wire and show you how that happens. Okay, we're back. Now, I've installed the jumper cord right there. Do you see it? This little black piece of coat hanger. And I stuck it right down in between this side and that side. Just made a little loop and stuck it down in there. And now this switch over here is no longer doing anything. It's just hanging there. I don't need that cover or nothing anymore because this is now. Now, if I want to permanently take care of that, all you would do is take those 2 wires. You could cut them. You could cut that black and that right there. There's a. You can't see it, but there's a black and white wire right down here. You could take this whole thing off and just put a wire cap on both of those together, and this safety switch will no longer be needed. And you'll be able to operate it with this switch right here without having any cover on here for it to operate. It'll work just fine, 100%. I'm going to shut it off now and put this cover back on so that we can put the ice in there. You ready? All right. Okay, we're back. And I have the cover on. I have all the cover connectors back on both sides. And now, if I hit this foot pedal, since the power is on, and we bypassed that switch with that piece of wire, watch what happens when I hit the foot switch. And there you go, it's working just fine. You see it turning? I took my foot off the switch, and there it is. Now, if you look, there's the blade. The blade is down in there. You see it? Way over here in the corner. Now, right now, if I put my finger over here, that blade's not even coming to the flush surface yet. This blade has to come up to cut the ice. It's got to be above the flat of this surface here. It's got to be above this surface. This blade has to be up in the air higher than this surface to start cutting. Right now, it's not higher. at all. I've got it, that's because I have the adjuster turned all the way to the right below. So what I'm going to do is show you that when I put the ice in there and turn it on, nothing's going to come out until I start turning this blade adjuster to the left. Let's go get some ice. This is going to be a hard thing to do with one hand too. Okay, this is a big old hopper. We're going to fill it up with some ice. Alright, that didn't even do anything to fill this big old hopper up. It still needs a lot more. Okay, I got the hopper filled up, and you can see how that water just fills up quick from this drain. It just fills up in this pan. If I didn't have that tape, it'd be all over my table right now. So that thing's full of ice. I'm going to put the cover back on, or put the cover on it. Okay, I'm getting ready to put some ice in. This is just your regular bag ice you would get at the ice machines. This is how the ice should look when you work it. It should be clear and dripping. See how that drips? You want the ice wet and clear. You don't want cold ice that is solid rock hard. It's got to be wet. Now, one more thing, down there, you see that hole? I put tape over it because that's a drain hole made for a drain pan. You're supposed to put this on a drain pan. So the water is going to come through this tube, fill this up, and then go down, and then it's going to come through this tube, it's going to go down into this big old pan, and then it's going to drain through the hole into your drain pan. Because you can get this filled up with a lot of water quick on a hot day. So I taped it up because I'm just going to make enough to where this puddle I'll clean up myself. So I didn't put it on a drain pan. All right. So, and I'm going to use this as a cover. I cleaned it up. It's like a dog bowl. You can get a Dollar Tree for $1. Stainless steel. I'm going to just use my ice scoop. I'm going to grab some ice, put it in this. Put it in there, and then put it on the top. I'm going to kind of put it like that when we operate it, just so the ice doesn't shoot out at me. All right? So basically what's cool is you can, instead of using a cover, this would be even faster. You can fill your ice with this, pour your ice into the thing, and then set it down there on top of it. What a great idea. You don't even need a cover, right? Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Now I got to do this. Okay, we're ready to shave some ice. Here's the foot switch. We have the power switch in the on position. There's my foot switch. Now you're going to notice right now, it's going to turn, but it's not going to do anything because the blade is not showing anything. The blade is all the way down. It needs to come up. Now, you saw how that thing jumps up there. I'm going to have to turn this. Watch this shoot. All right, here's where it's coming out. Snow coming out. This is all from one hopper full of ice. Hard to do with one hand. And this thing's still making ice. Well, as you can see, it makes a lot of ice. In relation to my hand, that's a lot of ice right there. And this is a big old pie pan, and you know, it made a lot of freaking ice. And it's not even, it's not completely empty yet. We still got some ice in there. But that's the end of the presentation. As you can see, this is the gold medal 1027 HD, 3/4 horsepower. This is Randy signing off.